Hello everybody and welcome back to the MTDCNC live event here at MACH 2022, and it is an absolute pleasure to be on the screen with I'm a rose between two thorns, aren't I?
The old ones are the best ones, Lindsay. Yeah.
The old ones are the best.
And John's the old one.
I've got to get your joke.
John's the old one.
John's the old one.
Had a tough life.
How am I going to be able to? There's too many jokes going on here. I'm going to be like this. So I'm on the stand with Tim Paddison and John Waskett from Hoffmann Group, and we're really excited. In fact, I think my history with you guys, I think I've had more bloopers on screen with you guys than anybody else.
We do enjoy a giggle, don't we? Let's be honest.
We absolutely do. You're going to enjoy the next stream. Now, let me just give you a little bit of a lowdown before I interview these two gentlemen. On the stand, there's going to be 4 areas of what Hoffmann cover. I guess each catalogue area, but overriding all of that, the one thing that we want you to walk away from all of this is knowing about their GSP. And so we're going to explain a little bit more about what GSP is in just a few moments' time. So this is live, please, and we've said it so many times, we want to get you as close to the technology as possible if you're watching from your office or wherever you are, so please get those questions in. I have technology where if you message in and comment below, it can come straight through to myself here and I can respond to you, and so that means I can ask the team any questions that you have. So if there is a question about GSP, and you'll learn about it in just a few moments time, then get those messages in. Right, okay, so John, covering what we've got on the stand, 4 key areas. So what are we going to cover in the live stream?
Yeah, so as you know, we've got 4 volumes to our catalogue. So we have cutting tools and work holding. We have hand tools, metrology, cleaning equipment and adhesives. We have workstations and storage, including vending. And we also have personal protective equipment.
That was 5. I'm sure that was 5.
That was 4. It was 4.
I was thinking there's more. Yeah, we'll be counting now.
Well, that's because we guarantee more, you see. So
which is the part of the guarantee savings plan, right? Exactly. But you're going to find out more about that in a moment. Right, okay. We were privileged enough back in 2019 to open your subsidiary, your showroom. I remember meeting the mayor, and he cut the ribbon. So what's happened since? Obviously, a lot.
We had that great launch, and then we had COVID, we had the pandemic, we had Brexit. But between now and then, so we've had those challenges, but we've grown our headcount by 61%. We've quadrupled the size of our warehouse, and we are just going from strength to strength. We had a record year last year, we've had record months this year, so, you know, we are going where we need to go.
And do you think that is because of the GSP? And I know you might not know about it, but is that kind of part and parcel?
It's certainly very much a driving influence to our success.
Okay, I just want to bring up one more area. It's your new customer rewards scheme. So what's this all about? I literally know nothing, so I want you to fill us in with everything.
Okay, so we've only launched this at the show this week. So our new customer reward scheme, basically any new customers joining us, we will give them 10% off their first purchase through our e-shop. If they come back and spend in a subsequent month, we'll give them 20%. If they come back a third time, they'll get 30%. And if they come back a fourth time, we'll give them 40%. And if that doesn't show and turn them on to the Hoffmann quality and service, then I don't know what will.
Oh, I mean, honestly, like just those type of figures, they're massive. I don't know how, to be honest, and this is just from a personal perspective, in this day and age and everything that's happening in the world, I think people are going to do things like this far less and less.
I can only say that I agree.
Oh, there you go. Yes, Linz, I agree. Perfect. Right, okay, John, I think maybe we'll see you a little bit later on. But Tim, next up, what is GSP? That's, you know, this is the kind of overarching kind of theme of today.
Yeah, so GSP stands for Guaranteed Savings Plan. As you can see behind us, we've got a graphic of all the different elements to our value proposition, where we really look to add value to our customers in helping them with their businesses. And our Guaranteed Savings Plan is basically that we are so confident that we can help our customers be more productive, more efficient and more successful through these different elements. We'll guarantee that.
But how do you measure that? That's not an easy calculation.
No, absolutely. So first of all, it's about working with those clients and those customers on opportunities.
That's you.
Yeah, everybody on camera. And what we do is we identify opportunities to do that. So we're not just focusing on piece price here. Obviously, we have to be competitive. We accept that. But we're really looking at areas where we can drive productivity and efficiency. And what we do is select a project in conjunction with the customer. And then what we do, we document that. So it's all a documented process. So it's only a phone, I know, but as an example, here we've got an example of an operational savings report. This particular one is for a customer where and they've signed that off for £20,000 saving. And that really is about how we've helped them manage their inventory, reduce their capital investment, and help them be more productive through saving time. And the customer signs off the actual saving themselves. And we then present them and give them a copy of that. So that's broadly the process. It's all based on the premise that effectively from a UK manufacturing perspective, for us to be competitive in the global economy, we have to look at how we can be more productive and efficient in competing with other nations.
Forgive me for saying this, but you provide so many products to industry. How the heck are you staying on top of all of this?
What, the broad range of products? Well, yeah, I mean...
And the guaranteed savings plan in different areas.
Yeah, so whoever is the account manager for that customer owns that process with the customer, so they own that. But we draw in basically the technical support that we have across all the product categories that we offer, and it's the job of those technical teams to support the customer in those projects. What we can say is every customer that's embarked on this with us, we are exceeding our expectations in the savings that we're providing for them. So, already that's proving really successful and great value for them as customers.
I love that, already proving, and I think that's the most important thing that I really want, and we all want you to take away from this GSP. This isn't just something that's just brand new today. This has happened, there's case studies, it's proven. So at the end of the day, a tagline for you guys, if you want to invest and save money as you're going along, speak to Hoffmann Group. Right, I'm going to challenge the guys. They have no idea I'm going to question them. It's not going to be a difficult one. Hoffmann's USP.
Our USP is that what we do is we work with our customers to help them be more successful through improving productivity and simplifying the procurement process.
Don't know if we're going to create a blooper here, but Hoffmann's USP. Don't repeat what he just said.
Well, in all honesty, Linz, that is what we do. We work with our customers in partnership. It's a mutual win-win, and we just want to build that relationship, get under the skin, really understand their business, and we can add value to anything. Challenge us. Try it.
There you go. Challenge, right? And you just said about understanding that their business, your business. Well, I know some more people who want to showcase your business as well. So we've got Gio and we've got Joe, forgot his name there, on the sidelines, just about to showcase some of the wonderful products that Hoffmann Group provide.
Wow, GSP. I'm sure that there's going to be many end users around the country that are going to be saving a lot of money through this scheme. But I want to find out how the products help achieve the savings. Now, Paul Walker, a specialist at Hoffmann Group UK, is going to talk us through the cutting tools with Joe Reynolds, the resident cutting tool specialist at MTD. Paul, we just spoke to Richard Mead from Merck Aerospace. We've got a great testimonial how they saved £40,000 per annum just off one tool. So can you talk us through the cutting tool range that you supply?
Yeah, I mean the £40,000 saving that we gave to Merck Aerospace was with a drill. It was a master steel feed drill. It was cutting exotic materials. It was a material called Haynes 230. It increased tool life from 20 parts up to 165 parts with an increased feed rate. And not only that, they had to change the reamer after every 20 parts. Now it was every 165 parts along with a drill. So it's a huge saving.
Joe, what do you think of some of these products?
I think just on the GSP, that's a really good point. We're not talking about a drill costing £100 and you selling them a drill for £50, are they? We're talking about getting real life savings, additional tool life, additional throughput through the machine.
Absolutely, and we gave an increased surface feed finish as well also, so it was a win-win for the customer.
Sounds good. Let's work our way around here. So we got the hyper drill. The hyper drill. Tell us about this. You know, traditionally you may associate that with a VMC, but I know they're not just for a VMC.
Absolutely not. No, you can use these on lathes, mills. You know, it's a very versatile tool. We start from 1.5 times diameter length, so they lend themselves really well to lathes. But we go from 1.5 all the way up to 12 times diameter range. And you know, it's a really versatile tool. We can achieve H7 tolerances with this product. Those small drills are actually 3D printed as well. So they have triangular coolant holes on the small products. So it makes it a little bit unique from that point of view.
For sure. And if we move on to the indexable drills, the power drills, there's some quite tricky applications. Look at that weld. We're saying we can do all that without any issues using the power drill.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really versatile tool. There's one style of insert for each pocket. So there's no confusion. You don't have to get 2 different insert styles. Very, very versatile tool with a range of geometries and grades to suit virtually most applications that are out there, most materials.
Quick question from me, Joe. Intermittent cutting, no problem?
We slow the feed rate down for the intermittent cutting, but it stands up to it. It's a really tough, robust tool for doing that.
And just one more question, something that I've noticed. Some of these end mills are colour-coded. What does this stand for?
Yeah, so we colour code all our tools, all our high performance tools. So anything with a colour coding on is high performance. So it ranges from drills, taps, reamers, end mills, even countersinks. So it's quite unique from that perspective, and it's material specific. So we have green bands for universal, blue for stainless steels, pink for titaniums and Inconels. You know, it's yellow bands are for aluminiums also. So it's a really versatile, very large range of products that we have.
I know we're going to talk about tapping in a minute, but this is something I recognise from my apprenticeship days.
Yeah, it's a bit nasty, isn't it? You wouldn't want to see that in your workshop. So the master taps, we perform amazingly well. We get great swath control from them, so we don't have this nesting up that you can see on that display there. And it's also a universal tap, so you can use it on virtually every material, and we get fantastic results with it.
Let's move on to this.
Okay, I love them mills, and these are stunning, aren't they? I see a lot of these in the field for finishing and trochoidal milling.
Trochoidal milling, yeah. So we have the Garant TPC trochoidal performance cutting tools here. They have chip splitters on, multiple flutes, and we also have extremely long tool lengths with these, so we can cut, again, different colour coding, so you can see the blue band there, which is aimed at the stainlesses, and also you can use that on steels as well, some good...
Just for the viewers at home, tell us about that. What we're not saying is we're full slotting with that, all those flutes and all that length, are we?
No, it's to be used with software that controls the chip, basically, so the chip thickness is the critical key here, so we normally work on 10 or 15% step overs, and we get fantastic tool life and amazing throughput with feed rates and surface speeds.
Paul, it's not just about the products, it's about your speciality and your knowledge of these products that gets the best out of them ultimately. Is that a correct assessment?
It is, yeah. I mean, you know, I've been in the industry a long time, and I get excited by tools. It's sad to say that the solid carbide range from Hoffmann is just phenomenal. It's just enormous, and it's what we've got. There's not many companies that we can go into and produce a saving with, so we're very, very confident with the GSP because of the products that we've got.
Is this one of the largest areas that the savings are achieved from?
No, I think clamping is also, you know, we can get some massive savings with zero clamping, for instance. So, you know, it's everything really. We've got a really good offering with, it could be anything from PPE through to cutting tools, even workstations and storage. So we get involved in foam inserts and designing foams, so customers can do it as well, and you know, everything in its place, a place for everything, and that can save time and money.
Yeah, I just told you I'm not the only cutting tool geek. I'm not the only one to get excited about cutting tools. But if we move further on, I think these are Titans, aren't they?
Yeah, so we've got the Garant Master Titan, so these are aimed at titaniums. We've also got a range, so the pink banded, which denotes that they are for titanium, and Inconels even as well. So these are really high performance tools. We've got a lovely, it's all tiling coatings on them, but it's as you can see, it's a bit of a work of art really. They've got chip splitters on there so we can get rid of, so we don't have any swarf issues, and the performance is the key with these. So
shame to use them really, isn't it?
I know it does. And we can regrind these and get the coatings put back on, so it's back to new.
And the inox, many people know what inox material is, but for people that don't,
Stainless steel. Stainless steel is so the inox cutters are absolutely the best performing tools that we have for stainless steels.
micro tools.
Yeah, so we start from 0.1 of a millimetre in diameter on micro tools with various different flute lengths. So, and again, colour coded. So we've got aluminiums, we've got red bandeds, which are aimed at hard metal up to 72 Rockwell. So we can mill, drill, even tap 70 Rockwell, which is quite phenomenal.
What kind of speed would you need to achieve that? Because obviously, that kind of diameter, you need a very fast spindle.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, from 0.1, I mean, you just can't. The spindles they're not out there as far as I'm aware anyway. But you'd need 500,000 revs, so you just can't do it. But we put a air turbine next to the stand there, so because they go hand in glove with the micro tools, so you can get good RPM. You can get up to 90,000 RPM from putting an air spindle on your machine, and then you can utilise these tools and get the best out of these tools and save your time and money.
What really interests me, Joe, is the indexable range. What do you make of this indexable range? It's quite an extensive range, isn't it?
It is, and it's worth pointing out this is only a little bit of it. But if we, what Chris is focusing on here is the high feed range. Various high feed ranges out there, but we're looking at basically a triangular double-sided insert there, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a massive range of high feeds. We've got 5 different styles now. So we have a negative 6-edged insert available, which is a Power Q double. The one on the stand here is a Power Q, which is a 3-edged inserted tool. And we have a brand new one, which is the Grant Mini, which is, again, really high performance tool, lots and lots of teeth. So if you have thin wall sections, it's a really, really stable tool for those conditions.
And there's some indexable tools here, and they kind of stick out a mile, don't they? They look a bit different. Obviously, some people may think they're a chamfer tool, but there's a lot more to it than that.
Yeah, these are, primarily used for weld preps often. So, obviously, there's a lot of fabrications out there where you need to have different angles, and they come in different. So we have 15 degrees, 30, 45, and 60 degree angles available, and various different insert styles as well. So we have about 4 different insert styles that will fit into these tools.
And again, you mentioned you've got more than one high feed cutter. We've got the Power Q.
Yeah, this is the Power Q range. Again, we're showing the flexibility of the system. We have a threaded ended tool, so we can put them on very long extensions. We can have dense metal or carbide or just steel, as well as having shell mills and weldings and cylindrical shanks.
Have a look at that. Check that out. Now, Paul, the tools, the cutting tools wouldn't do the job correctly without the correct tool holders. And I think this is probably a nice point to go over and have a look at the offering that you have and tell our audience why the tool holders are so important, because in the industry sometimes they can be overlooked and people can tend to go for the cheapest possible tool holders that they can get.
Yeah, most companies would think about using an ER collet chuck. Nothing wrong with the product, it's a great product, but it's been out there for a long time, and obviously the tooling has advanced massively, so we're running at high speed, and with high speed you need more balanced tools and more security. So the range of work holding tool holders that we've brought out now covers that vast range. So we still do the ER collet chucks, but we have high precision ER collet chucks, we have shrink holders, hydraulic holders. It's a massive range, and vitally important as well.
Yeah, and Paul, there's something here which is fairly unique, isn't there? Talk us through the additive holder.
Yeah, so these are 3D printed, so fully ground afterwards, so the finish is obviously to a specific ground tolerance. And what it gives you is the there's a membrane within the hydraulic chuck which is completely sealed, and there's no brazing on it, so it can't fail. The only way it would fail would be if you get dirt ingress inside the bore. So,
and I think we've got an example somewhere. Where's the section one? They're here.
Yeah, so this is showing you the cutaway of the tool. So you can actually see that it's been 3D printed from the finish here. And the membrane inside, you can clearly see, is completely, it would take some real damage to the bore. You'd have to be, put something really bad in there to damage that. So it gives you really great tool security. You tighten them up as far as you can go. There's no way of over tightening these. So it's a really nice, safe, secure tool.
Yeah. And that's hydraulic. Looks like you've got a fairly extensive range of shrink fit tool holders also.
We have. Again, we cover all adaptions as well. So we've got HSK, we've got BT, we've got DIN, full range on display that you can see. This particular one has a anti-pull-out screw on there. So if you're machining heavy machining of titaniums, that will stop the tool from coming out also.
Just out of interest, we're roughing some titanium. You mentioned titanium. Why would we use shrink over hydraulic or vice versa? Tough question, I know.
Well, shrink does have a tendency to pull out with when you're milling titanium. It tries to drill itself into the material, so that's why there's an anti-pull-out screw on there. Hydraulics as well. There is differences between the hydraulics and the clamping forces of shrink also, but both systems work fantastically well.
And I know Gio wants to touch on some of the dampen tool holders.
Yeah, I think that the extended tools are really important for certain applications, especially on a fifth axis machine.
Yeah, absolutely. You need that extra length, so with that comes some instability. So you need some dense metal or some anti-vibration bars to be able to cope with those lengths. So Hoffmann have brought out a very, very extensive range of these. We've got carbide, we've got dense metal, and we've also got vibration dampens and tune bars as well.
How important is it to eliminate vibration?
Vitally important. If you want tool life and surface finish, you've got to have the holders to go with it.
Can you explain the material Densomet to our audience?
It's denser than steel.
I used to cut that material back in the day, and it's
almost like a man-made carbide, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So, no, it just works. I'm no wizard with it when it comes to the materials. It just is a great medium.
And why is there a torque wrench on this section?
That's to demonstrate the anti-pull-out of the tools. The grip of the tool holders. So we've put some screws, some hexagon-headed cylindrical shanked bars into some of the holders, so we can demonstrate the torque using this tool. And it's a special torque wrench. You don't set the torque on this. You actually control the torque yourself, so it's vitally accurate, and you can see at a very short notice what torque you're pulling.
Brilliant.
If we've got the best cutting tools and we've got premium tool holders, we're going to be hitting this job hard.
So we need
good work
best
holding.
Work holding, yeah. Let's move on now. This is close to my heart. Or it was close to my heart, the 0 point. I don't know who's moved the 0 point. Hopefully someone can bring it back for us shortly, Paul. But let's start with the centric gripper. It's that popular, someone's actually moved it and gone to demo it somewhere else.
Someone's stolen our 0 clamp, so really vitally upsetting. Yeah. So we've got now the 5-axis fighters, the X-Bent 5-axis, which is really versatile. So we have this pyramid at the back showing the different jaws that are available for it. So we have swivel jaws, we've got grip inserts. It's a really versatile tool.
Now, Paul, the first thing that strikes me here is the extended height here. Usually you'll have a riser block under a centric gripper on a 5th-axis machine. This is all incorporated into the actual vise, so you've got clearance when the machine tool is tipped at 90 degrees. I know, sorry Joe, you're behind me there. Can you explain why you've designed it this way, and can you also go through the different jaw options that are available, and do you need a crimping machine with this?
You don't need a crimping machine with this. The clamping pressure on this vise is tremendous. So we don't need the indenting with this particular vise, and we've got massive range of jaws, including jaws with get this out. Can't get it out, but so we've got carbide inserts in there, so we can bite into into billets and raw material. And we've got swivel jaws as well, so for that same reason, so if you flame cut or if it's sawn blocks, we can grip on that very very securely.
And the good news is the 0 point's turned up as well.
Oh, brilliant. So let's start with the 0 point. And as I mentioned, this is a system that I believe that should be on every single machine tool. This is a foundation for all work holding because it's so flexible. Talk us through your solution. It's becoming very popular throughout the industry. Why should people invest in your solution?
Well, for one main reason is it's a fully enclosed system that's got it's an air diaphragm, so there's very little moving parts inside this system, and it only needs one type of pull stud. So, and it also, all the forces work towards the centre with this vise. I'll just demonstrate it as well. Compressor's not on now. So we've lost our compressor. We have four different pot sizes available. There's a blowout function on it, so if you were to get any dirt or ingress inside these pots,
that's important.
You could blow it out. It's also the shortest height of it. It's 44 millimetres, so it's very very low on the height. So it's very versatile when it comes to putting onto different machine tools.
You also don't lose none of your machining envelope, do you?
That's right, yeah. And also, I mean, this can be used on horizontals and fifth axis machines as well as vertical.
What kind of repeatability and clamping force do you get with this system?
Well, we have 4 different pot sizes, though, ranging for the range in diameter. The bigger the diameter, the higher the clamping force is. This particular one, a 120 millimetre, has 2.5 tons of clamping force, so it's pretty excessive.
Now, there's a product behind me here, Broaching Products. You also offer a range of broaching products, not really in the work holding portfolio, but whilst we're here, we might as well touch upon them, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have wobble broaching, internal and external, and we also have our Grant broaching system, which works with high-speed steel inserts, tin-coated. You think high-speed steel seems like a backward step. It isn't. Not when it comes to broaching, because you need the tough medium to be able to cope with possible movement. And what we find is the feed rate's slightly behind that of carbide, but we can take bigger depth of cut, so we normally can achieve much better results when it comes to productivity.
Yeah, brilliant. And behind you are the 2 extra eccentric grippers. We're going back on ourselves slightly because the demo has magically moved in position. But you've got a full portfolio of work holding solutions available. Any people that are watching this live stream can visit your website to find out more. But can you just quickly talk us through the other eccentric grippers that you offer, please?
Yeah, so what makes this so good is it looks very, very similar to other brands that are out there. But one key advantage with this, you can click them on and off, the jaws can click on and off, you can reverse them by hand. You don't need any tools for doing that. It's got high clamping forces again, so we get up to 25 kilonewtons of clamping force with this. Again, very versatile. You can stick it on riser blocks. So hence the holders underneath. We do adapter plates as well, so we can stick them straight onto a 0 clamp pot.
Cool, brilliant. I think that kind of nicely rounds up the work holding section, and we're going to be moving on now to the storage solutions with Pete. Paul, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. See you again.
So Joe, great extensive range there of cutting tools and work holding.
It's huge, isn't it?
Pete, great to see you.
Hi Gino.
How are you doing?
Very good, thank you.
So how important is storage, and why should people invest in storage solutions, and can you talk us through your portfolio?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So in terms of Hoffmann, we are a manufacturer, and we have a vast range of workstations and storage solutions, and our Volume 3 catalogue. Really here what we've got is a simple tool control system. So if I just take you through the example here. So this is tools for purpose. So what we do is we come on site with our customers and we design the solution around the customer's needs. So we only put in the products that you need for your application, whatever that may be. We design the solution with our own bespoke software, we manufacture that, deliver it, and install the full package for you. So
it's important point, if I can say it. It's not just to look pretty, is it? It's to save time.
It's functional.
As I was saying before, looking for tooling costs £40 an hour.
Absolutely. So with our solution, straight away you know when something's missing, we know what's in the inventory, and it reduces walk and wait time for our customers, which is really important.
Pete, this is also portable. It's on wheels.
Yeah, absolutely. So the storage systems that we produce can be static, they can be mobile. We have such a vast range, but we have specialists in, like we do in all of our fields, specialists in the area of workstations and storage that will come on site, design it with you, work with you. We can CAD it. We have 3D imagery of it to make it visually appealing for the customer. Yeah,
and using this with the benches we just saw the work holding on, it's kind of where manufacturing's going now, isn't it? Trying to become as efficient as you can.
Yeah, obviously our ethos, as you'll see up here, is all about efficiency, reducing our customers' costs, and this is a way of doing that. So not only do we organise the workplace so that the customer's more efficient, we reduce their costs because things are staying in the workplace. They're not migrating. So we also offer, in terms of our tool control solutions, we will mark each individual tool so that it's more traceable, so you don't have the ability then to move it to another workstation if you lose your product. So everything's fully traceable.
Mm-hmm. And this is great. We should all have these, especially as they're on wheels. But obviously bending's the next step, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, back to the discussion there about what our ethos is. It's increasing efficiency and reducing our customers' costs. So the first thing we talk about vending is the benefit to the customer. Huge benefit for our customers is straight away when you introduce a vending control system, reduce your costs because the throughput of material and the consumption of material goes down immediately. So we talk about reduction of between 20 and 40%.
Pete, how does this work hand in hand with the GPS savings that you're getting for your client?
Yeah, so the guaranteed savings plan that we now offer to our customers is we look to a solution for our customers. We'll come in, again, very similar to the workstations. We look at what the applications are and we underwrite 10% cost savings. Part of that could be through a vending solution. So vending solutions are aimed at reducing the overall consumption, but more than that, it takes out back-end process. So the amount of purchase orders, invoices, material handling you need to do when you install a vending system is massively reduced.
Brilliant. Pete, we're going to be looking at different variants of vending solutions with Ailey shortly, and also PPE. Can you just, I know Lindsay's touched upon it with Tim and John, but can you tell us also about the sustainability aspect and being carbon neutral and what that means to your business?
Yeah, so Hoffmann are moving towards, like the rest of the world, sustainability is a big focus for us. We've recently introduced this new range of Garant Green Plus, which is a series of environmentally friendly cleaners, bonders, and we've just launched this product, and every time we sell some of this product we're going to plant a tree. So
brilliant. Pete, thank you very much.
Great.
Brilliant.
Somebody's bought one this week then, have they?
Absolutely.
Looks nice too. Yeah. Hayley, how are you doing?
I'm really well, thank you. How are you?
Very well. Hayley, you've been into the MTD studio before. You've talked to us about PPE. How important is PPE to any business, and why should all engineering businesses invest in PPE?
Absolutely. I mean, we supply everything from head to toe, and what we're trying to do is protect the people, the employees, so they can go home safely to their families on the night time.
And what kind of different solutions do you supply? Can you talk us through the different products?
Obviously, we do everything from head to toe, so everything from the eye protection to the hearing protection, all the eyewear, all your helmets, and then obviously going down to you've got obviously all your workwear, you've got all your footwear and all your gloves.
They'd look good on me, Ailey. Now, Ailey, we've looked at one vending solution. Could we go around the corner here and have a look at this different solution? Why have you got different solutions, and how does this one offer a different solution to the first one?
This one is more probably for the tooling and PPE, whereas the other one is the baseline, so it is for the PPE. That's what we would put in just for PPE, for your gloves. The machine's built to your needs, so you would give us usage and the products that you want to put in the machine, and then we'd build the machine to your requirements. But not only would we build the machine to your requirements, it would also give you the traceability that the PPE was taken. If ever there was a claim on site, you've got that reporting system that tells you that that item was taken.
I think that's an important point, isn't it? We're not necessarily talking about theft and things. We're talking about traceability and.
No, and also you're protecting the employee as well, because if they're not taking enough PPE, we need to make sure that they're taking the right PPE and taking enough of it. So by not taking enough, we've got that reporting system that will give you that information.
Now Hayley, can you tell us about the software? Because the software is very important.
Basically, this is just a big mobile phone signal. So it's just a big mobile phone. It works off a SIM card, and then all we ask is for the employer to give us their user details, and we add that onto the system. The guys will come along and add their card or put their PIN into the machine, and that will give them access.
So a very versatile system for vending. I believe Lindsay's going to be closing shortly with Tim and John, so we can go and catch up with them. But maybe before Lindsay does close, maybe we speak to Tim about some of the savings that you can achieve with GSP. Now, Tim, if you could come into the middle, please. Thank you, Ailey.
Thank you.
Tim, we've looked at the products and how the products achieve the savings.
Yes.
Can you give us some more information and why your strategy in the UK may differ to the strategy that Hoffmann provide globally?
I mean, taking that last part, first, how it may. Wait, can we talk?
The antennas.
Should we wait for that?
Bad timing that was, Tim. So we're going to wait until this antenna goes. But I think we're okay to talk through it, Tim. But I think that this is an important bit, so we will hold fire.
Yeah.
So
about how the strategy differs. I mean, overall, from a Hoffmann perspective, the global strategy remains the same. I think earlier on in this item, round the corner you could see our we call it our system partner seal. That is consistent across all Hoffmann businesses. What's maybe slightly different for the UK is we're trying to build, or we have built, a value proposition that clearly differentiates us from the competition in the UK and is market relevant. And part of that is we genuinely believe one of the things that we have to work on in manufacturing, within the UK, is to drive productivity and efficiency. It's something we have lagged behind with, versus maybe the rest of Europe. So what we've tried to do is build a program that is focused purely on productivity and efficiency, clearly also being competitive on price, and that we believe gives us that differentiation in doing things differently. It's not just about, hey, we've got a lot of products, would you like to buy some? It's really about how those products are used in application, how we can help companies be more efficient and productive and simplify that whole procurement process.
Now, being a system partner, I think kind of clarifies everything that you've been saying. I think it'd be nice to finish with that, with Lindsay, if we can get to this back wall, Tim, and join Lindsay here, and I'll leave you to it.
It's so lovely. You're on a stand, and we're moving around the stand, but you've got so many different customers chatting away. Just have a look at some of the customers on the stand. This is what being at MACH is all about. This is a stand that has got so many products, a huge catalogue, and obviously you've been filming, but whilst you've been filming, there's been loads of people dotting around. Just to finish off, Tim, I know we've covered GSP quite a lot.
Yeah.
But I just want some more kind of case studies, some more proof of, if you're watching and you're thinking, that sounds good, that's exactly what I'm after. Can you just tell us some proof of what you've done?
I mean, just as another example, one customer that signed up to our GSP program towards the end of last year, actually, we talked about it's not all about price, but we had an example of a saving which was a price saving. It was £3,000 versus an OEM product they were buying, where we could substitute that for a high performance product we have. And on top of that...
Can I just say, what expertise do you have behind that? Because I know you work so closely with your customers. You've got all of that help, to come to you and have someone...
So from our technical expertise, absolutely. I mean, we have qualified engineers. We have people that are qualified in all the other product categories. I think, we've just seen Hayley. She can support from a PPE perspective. We have people focused on e-business, so we can do e-business solutions. technical products, cutting tools, metrology, all those areas. So it's they're really the individuals that bring that value at the end. It's not just about the product, it's about how it's used and applied.
It's that value-added services that kind of really excites me about Hoffmann. So it was £3,000 on kind of like hardware.
Yes, and then that product also delivered to them a reduced cycle time. So then we've got, a saving in the actual production process as well as the price of the product. So, it's a win in both areas in that particular example.
So the overarching, and I said it at the very beginning, let's just recover it. GSP, Guaranteed Savings Programme. What is it and why should everyone who's watching speak to Hoffmann Group about this?
Well, ultimately, it is exactly what it says on the tin. It's a guaranteed savings plan. We are so confident that we can help our customers save money, we guarantee it. So if we don't deliver on that saving, at the end of the year, we underwrite that. That's a cheque or a credit note to the value that we don't achieve. It's as simple as that. The only commitment is...
Sorry, the tannoy. There's a tannoy. It's live. It's fine. The only commitment is there's a seminar going on at the moment. Or I don't know where. We'll just wait a second. We could do it. No, we'll keep going. No, keep going.
So ultimately, we underwrite that. The only obligation from the customer's perspective is give us the opportunity to save money. There's no penalty to them. Just work with us, give us the opportunities, and we will deliver those savings, and we'll guarantee it. And it really is as simple as that.
It is a win-win. It really is. Thank you so much for watching. Hoffmann Group, the facility in Birmingham is great as well. Do you welcome people to come and visit you there?
More than welcome, yeah, absolutely. We'd love that, especially now we can all start to meet again. And we had some customers down just the other week at the office, and we had a great day just showing them what we can deliver. So, yeah, speak to any of our sales team. We can facilitate that, definitely.
Kind of feels good to be together,
definitely. It does, yeah. Together, being together.
Being together. Mac, been good for you?
Fantastic, yeah. I mean, I think if you look around the stand, you can see the amount of weary faces, and it's been so busy. Yesterday was great. But equally today's been even busier. I think we have more leads by lunchtime today than all day yesterday, and yesterday was a good day. And we're only on Tuesday.
Perfect. So make sure you come and visit the stand here at MACH 2022, Hoffmann Group. And of course, if you can't watch, if you can't make the event, of course not everyone can in an ideal world, then get those messages in. We'll send them across to the team as well. Get involved. Thank you for watching. And don't forget as well, we've got the MTDCNC podcast that I believe you'll get involved in.
So I hear, yes, 5 o'clock.
Yeah, we're going to ask him some tasky questions. That's going to be happening a little bit later on. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.